In Chapter 13, we're going to look at solutions and the properties that are affected when we change the concentration of solutions. Seawater is an example of a homogeneous solution. The salt and minerals that are dissolved in the water are the solute, and the water, because it's present in a larger amount, is the solvent. Now, it is not good for you to drink seawater because seawater has a higher concentration of salt and minerals than the concentration of salt and minerals in our cells. And so as the seawater passes through our stomach and our intestinal tract, because the concentration wants to equalize because of nature's tendency towards spontaneously mixing, the cell walls act as a barrier that only allows the water to move, not the salt concentration. And so the water inside of our cells is going to want to equalize the concentration between the salt water and the concentration inside our cells, so the water will flow out of our cells into our digestive tract to equalize that concentration. And so because the water is pulled out of the cells, that dehydrates us and it adds additional moisture into our intestines, which causes diarrhea. When people say the word solution, most often what is thought of is a solid that is dissolved into a liquid. So as in our example of seawater, we have the solid salt that is dissolved into the liquid water. However, this is not the only kind of solution that's possible. We have lots of other kinds. For example, it is possible to have a solid that's a solute present in a smaller quantity that's dissolved into a solvent that is also a solid but present in a larger quantity. So an example of this is brass, where we have a mixture of copper and zinc, and there can be other metals as well, but they are called an alloy. And so we've got a solid copper and solid zinc that are mixed together, and that's a solid solution. We can also have other liquid solutions where we have two liquids that are miscible or dissolved into each other. So an example of that would be vodka or any alcoholic drink, where we have the ethanol or the alcohol that's dissolved into a larger quantity of water. Okay, we can have gas dissolved in liquid. So any carbonated beverages are a good example of this, where we have the carbon dioxide dissolved into that liquid. And it's even possible to have gas solutions. And this one's very common. We just don't think of it very frequently. So gases that are mixed together. So for example, the air that we breathe. So oxygen is present in a smaller quantity. Nitrogen is a larger quantity. So our oxygen would be our solute. The nitrogen would be our solvent in our gaseous solutions.